Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Full Retard. Today we have more Am I the A-Hole questions. First up is a question by Ghost the Most 28. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law her baby's chosen name is literally the worst name I've ever heard? Too long, didn't read. They're naming their baby girl Alibi. Okay, so looking for outside judgment because I do feel bad about upsetting her still. Last weekend I joined a family Zoom call where my brother and sister-in-law wanted to announce their new baby's name. After spending nearly a month brainstorming, my parents and other siblings were also there along with their significant others. Anyways, they excitedly announced that my new baby niece will be named Alibi and pronounced exactly like you would the real world. Everyone's kind of in shock while they explain the process. Apparently, my sister-in-law was reading a book and randomly closed her eyes and pointed out a word on the page, hoping to find a possible name. That word was alibi. She said she forgot about it until she kept seeing and hearing that word pop up days after in different ways, in newspapers, on TV, on posters, and on radio, etc. She then had a dream where her baby spoke to her and told her its name was Alibi. She said it sounded beautiful, exotic, mysterious, and unique. They also said the name will have to be pronounced in full, e.g., no shortening to normal nicknames, because it would take away from the uniqueness. So yes, it was literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I blurted out, that's literally the worst name I've ever heard. Are you guys joking? Sister-in-law got really defensive and said that I don't have to like it. It's not my baby. I said, yes, of course, but Alibi is still objectively a terrible name for a human child. My siblings at this point all agree, but my sister-in-law starts yelling and my parents calm us all down and tell us Alibi is a beautiful name for a baby. Story short, my brother and parents want me to give a long apology to sister-in-law, including a statement along the lines of, I've changed my mind and think Alibi is actually a great name. I've apologized for upsetting her, but I refuse to do the latter, and I'm currently fighting them on it. I still think that name shouldn't even be legal as a person's name. Am I the a-hole for still fighting this? No, on this I have to agree. That is a terrible name. And it makes me think of the song lyrics. She ain't got no alibi. She ugly. She ugly. So not an a-hole at all. Up next, we have a question from Maynard Shorty Pants. Am I the a-hole for picking the dog? Me, 37 male, and my girlfriend, 29 female, have been living together since April. We've been dating for about 6 months, and her lease is up middle of August. So we figured we'd try living together, and she could move in for real once her lease was up. Things have gone great with one hitch, my dog, Russ. Russ is a 9-year-old, 13-pound Brussels Griffin. I rescued him at 1, and of my 3 dogs, he's my favorite. He's sweet, always happy to see me, and is adorably ugly. He's also a devious little turd. Some folks say dogs don't know the things they do are wrong. Russ knows, because the wrong things he does only happen if I'm not in the room to catch him. It's mostly harmless, taking food wrappers or used Kleenex out of the waste paper baskets, shredding those. He's done it so much over the last 8 years that I don't even get mad at him anymore. There's no point. My girlfriend thought this was cute until Russ ate a tube of lipstick. Turns out Russ really likes lipstick. The bathroom has a makeup vanity that the girlfriend laid claim to. Once Russ decided he likes lipstick, I told her, put your stuff in the drawers, so push the little stool in when you're not in the bathroom, because he can jump on the stool, then to the counter, and then he's 100% will do that. So long story short, Russ has eaten well over $100 worth of lipstick. I always offer to replace the destroyed product, but my girlfriend got really mad each time. I push in her stool if I see it out, but I can't be everywhere, so Russ has gotten by us a few times and ate some fancy lipstick. She keeps demanding I do something, but there's nothing to do. Russ is a stubborn little dog. If I could stop him from sneaking things he shouldn't get into, I'd have done it a long time ago. And I'm not going to punish him. I'll scold him if I catch him doing something bad, but not hours after he did it. It's also worth noting that I have a pretty good job and can replace any of these when Russ eats them. Last week was the last straw for my girlfriend. I heard her yell and came into the bathroom to find her holding a chewed up stick, and Russ with pink all over his face. My girlfriend told me that she'd paid $60 for that lipstick and was done having makeup destroyed. If she was staying, Russ needed to go. I told her if that was the case, she should probably stay at her place for a few days. She seemed shocked. It didn't seem to occur to her that I wouldn't immediately get rid of the dog I've had with me for 8 years over some lipstick that I can replace easily. She since went back to her place, and I've gotten the silent treatment. I think she's waiting for me to apologize and tell her I'll give up Russ, but that's not going to happen. I've told her what to do to protect her makeup, and even done it for her when I've seen it left out where Russ can get it. So am I the a-hole for picking the dog? No, you're not the a-hole. The dog's been there longer than the girlfriend. You can always find a girlfriend. I love my dogs. They ain't going nowhere. I kicked the husband out first. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and of course, check out the podcast on your favorite podcast platform.